Welcome to the Flow Tracy Monday Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It is 5:13 p.m. That is Central Time, and today is November 19th. We've just had Nvidia's earnings and their earnings call, and they were very bullish. The company came through with earnings that were better than expected. Not as much more better than expected than we've seen in past cycles. So the share is up in the after hours and it's currently testing around the 195 level. So that would kind of take it into really the opening level for last week, which confirms support in the region of the 50-day moving average. Now, something that I think is rather interesting is the majority of headlines I've seen. What they're really saying is, oh, this is confirmation that we don't have an AI bubble. But when we look at, for example, Cisco systems back in the 1990s, they were selling routing equipment hand over fist, and they saw revenue growth jumping. And that really took the share into stratospheric territory in the late 1990s. That was all backed by revenue. But that did not obviate the entire argument about whether there was a bubble, because where we saw the really egregious valuations were in the companies that didn't have any revenue, but that they were trying to launch onto the internet. They were trying to take advantage of the telecoms innovation with mobile phones and new media, and they were I think really proliferating, trying to gain just a market share in e-commerce at the time. And some of them succeeded. Amazon, obviously, Google, obviously, but others just fell by the wayside. And then we had the end of the build out of the network. So maybe when we think about whether there is a bubble or a evolving or not, it's less useful to look at Nvidia because during the expansion phase, we would anticipate that Nvidia should be continuing to sell chips at an accelerating pace. The bigger question really is, I think, twofold. On the one hand, there's the whole question about how long do those chips last? Because that is going to get clearly into the depreciation schedule for lots of those companies. How quickly are they writing off these chips? And once they're installed in a data center, do they last for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or is it 6 months or 18 months? Well, considering that it's brand new technology,